if we're not good at receiving, a lot of times what ends up happening with our boundaries is we feel like we have to make others happy for us to be happy. And in feeling that way, we lose track of where we are and where our boundaries are, and we get exhausted, and we give and we give and we're not really getting back, and we're overwhelmed and we're struggling, and we don't really know for sure what we want, because usually that's going in multiple different directions. When we get good at receiving as well as giving, our boundaries get clearer, right? Because if we're in a relationship and that person doesn't give ever, they're always taking, see, they're crossing our boundaries and they're taking advantage of us. When we're not good at receiving, we don't always recognize that. I know for years I lived in that space. I thought it was better to give than to receive, to the point that I had, more than one person, including a spouse and friends, that were mostly takers, that didn't give back because I didn't want to receive. I wasn't willing to receive. So that's what I attracted. And as I learned to receive and learned, giving and receiving, how that was so much more beautiful and felt so much better, and I had more to give, and the joy in the relationships was so much more, my boundaries were better. And I no longer had time for people who only needed to take everything they possibly could from me. It's like they're trying to plug into me as their God or source energy instead of plugging into God or source energy. And that's what we have to remember, is we need to plug ourselves in, but we cannot plug anybody else in.